Ye- YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Bananas Epic Gaming. And today, on Bananas Epic Gaming, we are doing a tier list for the 31 days of Halloween. Happy Halloween. This is day 31, and this is video 2. This tier list is going to be the Big Six, which are Scream, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, and Child's Play. 51 films, ladies and gentlemen. So please be sure to like and subscribe, tap the little bell on the YouTube app so you guys never miss an upload. And keep in mind, this is just my personal opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of the Scream, then I'm going to do all of the Chuckies, then I'll do all of the Jasons, then all of the Freddys, then I'll do all of the Leatherfaces, and since it is his holiday, last but not least, I'll do Michael Myers. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap the little bell on the YouTube app so you guys never miss an upload. And we are on the road to 500 subs. And here we go. I did it right. Okay. Up first is the original Scream. This is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. Wes Craven did a tremendous job on making this horror movie, and it still holds up to this day, and people still love the first Scream. You have characters that you feel for: Sidney, Dewey, Randy. You have two amazing killers, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen this. Okay. Billy and Stu. Tremendous movie, and it spawned what, 4 movies now? Because part 5 comes out in a couple months. Scream 1 is an S tier. Up next we have Scream 2, and that is an S tier as well. Scream 2 is a great sequel. The first 2 are tremendous. You have, spoiler alert, Mrs. Loomis as the killer in Scream 2, and you have her being the mentor to Mickey. Amazing. Scream 3, I like Scream 3. But it's not the best in my mind. And if Scream 3 was going to be the last one, I liked how they wrapped up everything and they gave Sidney a happy ending until Scream 4 came out. Speaking of Scream 4, Scream 4 is next. Scream 4, now that I'm rewatching all of them, I put it on the same level as Scream 3. You have all these new characters coming in, and you basically just kill them all off, and I did not like that. Judy Hicks is the only survivor of the new cast, and she's in Scream 5, but from the trailer, it looks like she bites it. So, yeah. Up next, the next franchise we have is Chucky, Child's Play. I liked the first Child's Play. I thought it was a good horror movie, but Chucky creeped me out as a kid. Child's Play 2. Child's Play 2 is a really good horror movie. Almost all of the Chucky movies are good, up until Seed of Chucky. I like Child's Play 2. Child's Play 3 is where they are in the Andy's in military school. I like that. I thought that was the better sequel, in my mind. And Chucky gives some brutal death scenes. Up next we have Bride of Chucky. I enjoy this one, and this is the one where we get Tiffany in the universe as a killer. She joins Chucky and they start killing because she gets transferred into a doll. Seed of Chucky, just awful. Awful movie in my mind. Curse of Chucky, decent attempt at a reboot. I watched it when it came out on Netflix, is where I watched it on. It's not a reboot, a decent attempt on reviving the story. I personally was 50-50 on it. Same with Cult of Chucky. Cult of Chucky I thought was stupid. I did not like it at all. And the remake, I'm going to give it a D, because they attempted something new, but making Chucky AI, not having somebody transfer their soul into him, I didn't really like it. Up next, we have Friday the 13th. Jason. The original Friday the 13th is a classic, but we don't get Jason until part 2, and that's why it's going to be a B. I'm just going to do the remake real quick. Remake, he killed off Daniel Panabaker, and that does not sit right with me. And it felt like there was too much going on in that movie. Friday the 13th. See, there's 3. Part 2. This is where we get back at Jason. I like this one. I didn't really like the supporting cast and the final girl we get for this one, but it's a decent sequel for the Friday the 13th. It's up there, but it's not the best. Friday the 13th Part 3. This is the one with Chris. So I think part 2, 3, and 4 all happen on the same week, or the same time frame. And I like that. Part 3, Chris is one of the better final girls in Friday the 13th in my mind, and I'm interested. I was interested because this is also the one where Jason gets his hockey mask. Friday the 13th Part 4 as the superior Friday the 13th film, because we get Tommy and some brutal death scenes, and we get the guy from Back to the Future in this movie as well. New Beginning, I did not like A New Beginning. Jason wasn't in it. He's not the killer. Spoiler alert. And Tommy is in a mental institution. Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. This is one of my favorite Friday the 13th films. Jason becomes a zombie, a walking zombie, but he doesn't eat brains in this movie. He just kills, so he's even more unstoppable. Friday the 13th, Part 7, Jason versus Tina. I'm 50-50 on that. I didn't like how they brought him back, and I didn't like how they killed him off at the end. Friday the 13th, Jason Takes a Boat, aka Jason Takes Manhattan. I'm going to put it at a C, because you misled people with Jason going to New York. I get the budget would have been extremely expensive to film there, but yeah. Jason Goes to Hell. I personally like Jason Goes to Hell. And they did a little nod to the Necronomicon from Evil Dead in this movie. And I'm 50-50 on it. Jason X, Jason in Space. I like Jason X, but we wanted Freddy versus Jason, and we didn't get that until 2000, and I think it's 2003. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Give me a second. Yeah, 2003. I'm going to save Freddy vs. Jason for after I talk about the Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. It is one of the best Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Robert Englund was a great choice. Johnny Depp was in this movie. And Heather Langenkamp, I think I butchered that name. She's a great final girl. I wasn't a fan of Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. And I know that's going to make some people upset, but that's just me. The remake, I'm sorry, I was not a fan of the remake. Only reason why I watched the remake was because of Katie Cassidy. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors, the best Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I'll fight anybody that says otherwise. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Dream Master. Dream Master is decent. You bring back almost everybody that was in the last one that survived, but you replace Patricia Arquette. Dream Child. I wasn't really a fan of the Dream Child movie. I thought it was a okay attempt at saying that Freddy's trying to attack people through the unborn child of the main victim. Freddy's dead. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give it a C. Freddy literally wipes out all the kids of Springwood, and he's trying to get to his daughter that we didn't even know about. That's why I'm gonna put it at not a C, a D. New Nightmare. Good attempt at a new direction they're trying to go. Wes Craven plays himself, and everybody has cameos. Robert Englund has a cameo, and you have all the guys that helped make the movie have a cameo. I thought it was an okay movie. Freddy vs. Jason, I'm gonna put it at an A. If Freddy would have got more kills, to me, it would be an S. But and if we would have had a definitive winner, it would be an S. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is up next. We're going to do the remake from 2003 with Jessica Biel. One of the best remakes of all time. No questions asked. I love this movie. And then we get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, and a new beginning or whatever, with Jordana Brewster. I love Jordana Brewster, and she did a great job in this movie. And you think she gets away, but she tragically dies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 3D. It doesn't make sense. You have the events of the first movie, then you flash forward to the events of present day. And the little baby from there was a little baby in the first movie is a woman in her 20s. No, she would be like in her late 30s or 40s. Leatherface, I did not like this movie. I thought it was awful. And you had the guy that was perfectly capable of being Bubba, Leatherface, but you have the pretty boy who gets shot and gets like a hole in his mouth by Leatherface. I did not like that. A New Generation, I was not a fan of that movie. That's one that I refused to watch. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre of Leatherface, I think this is part 3. I don't remember. I watched all of them, but I just remember like the ending to this one, and it was okay. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, one of the better sequels from the original movie timeline. I liked it. And the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'll put at an A. Great movie. And my grandfather said that it would scare the crap out of him when he watched it when he was around my age. Halloween is up next. Well, we know Rob Zombie's Halloween. I'm going to go F. And I'm going to give Halloween 3 a D tier because they attempted to do something different. Rob Zombie, I did not like any of his takes at all. We did not need to know that Michael Myers came from a trashy home. Up first, we have Halloween, the original from 1978. I would put that at an A. John Carpenter made this low-budget horror movie, and it spawned a franchise that everybody loves. We wouldn't have horror probably wouldn't be what it is today if John Carpenter didn't make this movie. And Halloween 2 is on par with Halloween 1. It is almost as good as Halloween 1. Up next, we have Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite Halloween movies. Danielle Harris, I thought she did a tremendous job in her role as Jamie Lloyd. And I'm upset that she didn't get to come back and finish her story in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Halloween 5, I'm going to put it at a C. Danielle Harris was mute for most of the movie, and I thought they could have done better at writing it. Give her more lines and make sense how Michael escapes at the end, because he has somebody bail him out that comes out of nowhere. The Curse of Michael Myers. The producer's cut and the theatrical cut are two different movies. I'm gonna have to put that at a B maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I love the Thorn trilogy. And then after part 6, we get a little reboot of Halloween H2O. And Jamie Lee Curtis has a son, but she doesn't even mention the daughter. I read that earlier scripts. She was implied that she had a daughter, but she had to give her up for adoption. I would rather them keep that and then make a Halloween 9, a true Halloween 9, to follow Resurrection and just like tie everything together. Speaking of Resurrection, Halloween Resurrection. Okay premise. You have a reality TV company trying to make a reality show in a Michael Myers house, and Michael Myers comes home to find him in his house, and he wreaks havoc on him. I thought that was an okay premise, but you should not have killed off Jamie Lee Curtis that early in the movie. And I read a fan script that said the reason why he went after Sarah, because Sarah was his cousin, and I was iffy on that. Now, Halloween 2018 is the last movie. Halloween Kills, if it was on here, it would probably be a C or a B. Halloween Kills is one of the better horror movie remakes. It's on par with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But I really like Halloween Kills, and I cannot wait for Halloween Ends. And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap the little bell on the YouTube app so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy Halloween.